If you've been building your business for months and it still doesn't feel anointed, stay with me. Today we're fixing that. Welcome to the Kingdom Built Podcast, the show for Christian entrepreneurs building their business God's way. I'm Damon Robbins. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back. Today we are talking about margins of mercy. By the time this episode is done, you're going to have a 3-part margin plan you can apply to your next month's income. A clear, repeatable split that protects your mission and grows your business. Let's go. Here's what God says about giving. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 6 to 8. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion. For God loves a cheerful giver. And God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound in every good work. Here's what that means for your kingdom business today. Generosity and wise stewardship are partners. Giving should flow from joy and faith, not from panic or last-minute pressure. When your books reflect your theology, generosity becomes sustainable, not sporadic. Point 1, reserve. A reserve is not hoarding, it's a stewardship tool. Bold statement. You cannot give well if you're constantly firefighting cash flow. When revenue arrives, first protect your ability to keep operating and to give by setting an emergency reserve. That reserve creates breathing room so your giving decisions are rooted in faith, not fear. Action step, set aside 5 to 10% of this month's income into a labeled reserve account. Start at 5% if the numbers feel tight. Grow it as your cash flow stabilizes. This simple step protects your mission and preserves your capacity to be generous. Now, here's where it gets practical. Point 2, reinvest. Growth is a form of stewardship too. Bold statement. Reinvestment honors the resources God gives you by multiplying impact. Explain. Design a predictable reinvest percentage that funds product improvement, marketing, and team development, not impulse spending. Make that percentage part of your monthly close so you don't accidentally spend what was meant to grow the business. Action step. Choose a reinvest percentage this month. 10 to 20% is common, and tie it to one measurable outcome. A new offer, better customer experience, or hiring a key role. But here's what most Christian entrepreneurs miss. They let giving be the leftover, the emotional impulse, or the, if we can, line item. That pattern produces guilt and inconsistency, and it robs the kingdom of reliable resources. Point 3, release. Make generosity a predictable, joyful line item. Bold statement. Giving that is planned is worship that can be counted on. Explain. Pick a recurring giving percentage. Many founders land between 5 and 10% for release and commit to a short partner list, one local church, one mission partner, and one community need. Communicate this to your team and customers with a short script. A portion of every sale supports X, Y, and Z. Action step. Decide your release percentage for the next month. Choose your partners and mark that in your accounting system as a regular transfer. And this last point, this is the one that changes everything. Treat the split as a rhythm. Revenue, right pointing arrow. Reserve, right pointing arrow. Reinvest, right pointing arrow. Release. When you close your books each month, run the split before you label anything as profit. The discipline turns generosity into a reliable flow, not a sporadic hope. Before we close, sit with this question this week. Where will you apply your first margin percent this month? Write it down, pray over it, and schedule one practical step to make it real. God will meet you in the answer. Say this with me right now. I steward what God has given me with wisdom and joy. I will build margins of mercy into my business so generosity becomes predictable and powerful. Stand on that this week. If today blessed you, subscribe so you never miss an episode. Share this with one Christian entrepreneur who needs it, and check the show notes for the Margin of Mercy worksheet and sample percentage calculator. Everything you need to implement this month is linked and ready for you. Thanks for helping grow a community that gives and builds well. That's our episode for today. Thank you for spending this time with me. I genuinely don't take that lightly. Now take what you heard today and do something with it before the week is done. One step, one obedient move. That's all God needs to open the next door. I'm Damon Robbins. This is Kingdom Built. Go build something that glorifies Him. Stay blessed, friends.